Hi there and welcome to another Parker Adams Boat Sales video walkthrough tour. I'm here on our sales pontoon on a bit of a blustery, fairly windy evening, Monday evening. Just give you a quick view. I always like to show you what's going on our sales pontoon. Quite a dramatic sky there. Axopar 37 here, a Sea-Line C330 that's just gone under offer. My own boat, I didn't have anywhere to put it, it's just down there at the moment. And this boat is what we are focusing on today. This boat here is Janie G, and this is a Prestige 42S. Now I'm going to stick my neck on the line now and say I think this boat is probably the most versatile, feature-packed 42-foot sports cruiser I've ever been on. It's incredible how much they've managed to fit in this boat. It's got a real big boat feeling. It's got outside space, it's got inside saloon deck space where the helm position is, it's got a beautiful living area, central bed in the bow, and then look at this rear cabin. It has a full-size central bed in the rear cabin, and I don't know any other 42-foot boats that manage to pack all of that much in to such a small package. So excited to show you the rest of this walkthrough tour. Stay tuned and I'll show you around the boat. Okay, so the Prestige 42S, 42 feet overall. This is a 2008-2009 model year boat, and it's powered by Volvo Penta IPS 500 drives. I bought this boat round last week from Gosport, where her home was. She's moving around to Eastlands Marina. She's going to be taken out of the water until she's sold, and the boat performed beautifully. The IPS drives worked exactly as they should do, which gave completely effortless handling out of the berth in Gosport. We blasted across the Saloon. It was a fairly choppy day. And she went through the waves incredibly well and just gave me a really secure, safe feeling on board this boat. But as I mentioned, it is packed with lots and lots of features. So let's start off on the stern, and the first thing that greets you is a very large bathing platform. Easy to step on board, so you've got easy access to step on board here, and you have a tender garage. So that area at the back there opens up, but you still have a large amount of space here. Lots and lots of storage, big storage box underneath here, just a little step up, and then you go up into this outside seating area. Now this is an amazing use of space, because I would expect this sort of size space to be on a 50-footer. They've cleverly put it around this way. Some boats will have a U shape going that way with then door access either side, but by having it off to this one side you can get probably 8 or 9 people around that table. Large table for dining. What's also really nice about this boat is it doesn't really have any covers, and so this area here can be completely covered with just seat covers, so you're not faffing around with loads and loads of covers all the time. So it's really easy. When you finish the day, you just close the door, put your seat covers on and walk away from the boat, which is very cool. Access to the engines is just down inside here, so if you lift this up, I shall go down there a little bit later, but lift that up down there and you can see nestling down there is the Volvo Penta IPS 500s. So they're based on the Volvo Penta D6 engines. So they're the D6 engines which develop 370 horsepower each. And I was going along, this boat's fairly weedy, it's been in the water for quite a long time, but I was going along cruising at about 24-25 knots, which felt very effortless on this boat. Side deck access is excellent. You've got steps that go all the way up, and then you've got handholds as you go up. Could possibly add an extra handhold here if I was being critical, but once you start moving along, you can see good handholds all the way along here. Nice wide side decks all the way along, and a big generous space for bow cushions. Now the bow cushions are down below at the moment. It's threatening to rain, so I've kept them downstairs, but what's really nice is you have this design where you can actually lift up individual seats. So if you're sunbathing up on here, then you've got the option to lift up your head, look around, and it's just nice and versatile. It's a big sun pad there for 3 people on the bow. Your anchor controls are all up here. You've got obviously a Lumar windlass, which is operated from both the helm and also here. And nestling down there, you've got a very big storage locker, actually with a Fairline fender. Not sure where that's come from, maybe a previous owner, but a good amount of space there. You can see fender storage in there as well, and close that back up. The profile of the boat really does feel chunky. It's got upgraded navigation on it, so the navigation has been upgraded. You've got a Raymarine Quantum 2 Doppler radar, which is on there. You've got an Axiom Pro plotter as well, which I'll show you in a second. And it's really just a nice set of upgraded electronics. Access onto the side decks, as you can see, is around this side, or if we go down onto the bathing platform again and step through, you can also get up the side there. There's another locker down there with lots of space inside it. So good side deck access. I think that's slightly smaller. Let's have a look. That side versus that side. Yes, it is. So you can see there, a lot of manufacturers are doing this. They're making a slightly offset cabin space just to maximise the amount of space. So that is a slightly smaller walkway, but it's still nice and easy to get around. So let's step inside the cockpit. So just through a door, you then have access to a cockpit space, and it's just a brilliant use of space where you've got your outdoor area here and then another area here. Again, seating here for probably 6 or 7 people, and then a 2-person Helm seat, and the Helm really does wrap around you. It's very, very ergonomically pleasing is a good way to describe this. So you can see this Axiom plotter in front of us. Engine hours on this, so 1350 engine hours. It's got autopilot, obviously your IPS joystick, your EDC controls, and then all of your switches all the way along here. This is quite a nice thing to add. This is an RMK 10. Sometimes on the chart plotters, if you're in rough weather and you're bouncing around, it's quite hard to put waypoints in. So what that RMK 10 does is it allows you access to be able to move with a normal wheel. So actually you can just turn your chart plotter into a buttoned chart plotter just with that extra little control there. Large opening sunroof, so that sunroof all opens up here. There's lighting throughout, and the teak decking is all presented in very nice condition. You've got a cockpit fridge here, and then underneath here you have a little grill as well. So grill, hot and cold running water, more storage space, a big locker space in there for lots of bits and bobs. In fact, there's another locker down there as well with lots of cleaning products in it. So you can see they've thought out the storage space on this boat very, very well. And then let's go downstairs. This again feels very, very big. So we'll step down here. All the mood lighting can of course be changed. That's just on blue mode at the moment. That can be turned off or changed lots of colours. But just look at the amount of space there. In fact, it's flashing. So I'm going to turn that off. I can see where the remote control is. There it is. There you go, I'll turn that off. So you can see a nice amount of space here. The boat is presented in very, very nice condition. If you look at all the wall linings are all presented look beautifully. There's no rips, tears, stains, anything like that. All the way on the top, they're all tight and they're presented very, very nicely. If I sit down here, you can see you've got a television set and there's a drinks cabinet underneath. The material here is like an Alcantara, so it feels like it's leather, but actually when you sit down it's quite a lot warmer than that, so it feels very, very cosy. And the thing I love about this boat is that it's such a versatile boat for all year round. In the middle of winter you can come down here, it's cosy, there's still lots of light coming through from the light panels up on the ceiling. Or if you go up the top in your cockpit area, it's enclosed, so you've got so many really nice places that you can use this boat all year round. It's even got the original brochure, so you can see these are the brochure shots for the 42S when it first came out, blasting along in the Mediterranean somewhere. Should point out that's a quite cool photograph to show you actually. That sun pad area at the back converts, and we've got all those cushions, so that is a huge sun pad there at the back, so it's not just seating, it can also be converted as well. So let's show you the front cabin. So I'm going to turn these lights off again because they're flickering on the screen. It didn't flicker in my head. So there you have a large central bed, easy access to get on both sides, heating vent down there, so the boat's fitted with heating and also generator, and nice blinds. But the feel of this boat is just very, very new. It's incredible. All of the woodwork is presented beautifully, the carpet is all lovely, and it really does feel like a boat much newer than 2008. One of the things I love is inside this cupboard you have a full walk-in wardrobe. Now inside here I've actually put the bow cushions at the moment. They're nice and dry, it keeps them out of the way, but you can actually get in there. There's a porthole for your cupboard, it's quite useful. Hanging hooks, rowel there to hang things on. So a really, really useful cupboard space there. More storage in here. You've got a drawer and hanging space underneath it. All of your manuals, all of the service paperwork is all there as well. And then inside here, you've got another large cupboard as well. This does have a Jack and Jill bathroom. So inside here, you have a shower. Now the shower it's not a wraparound shower. It's got a curtain that comes all the way around. But it's a nice use of this room, which effectively turns it into pretty much a wet room. Quite a nice design, a little top on the sink there. Mirrors, blinds, just a nice practical heads, and of course you can get out this side as well. So that's your view from that one. But of course, I think one of the greatest things about this boat is this aft cabin. If you step inside here, once again I've got flashing lights, I'll turn them off again. I thought it'd look nice for you guys, but it's not done me any favours. So that is a fantastic size midships cabin. I've not been on another 42-foot boat that has a midships cabin. You've got full standing headroom height in here. Now it always cuts down a little bit here where you have access above for the cockpit, but actually you drop down into this as well. So even when you're here, I've almost got full-size standing height. So you can walk all the way around the bed without really stooping to any level at all, and it is fantastic. Lovely big window over there and another porthole over there. I think the only thing I'd change on the boat is they should have put another big porthole on that side. Then you'd have that feeling in the morning when you wake up and look out both sides. But look at that view from there. So for this size boat and this age boat, this really is market leading. You have a heating control down here. So this boat's fitted with 2 heating systems. So you've got a heating system just for this cabin and also another one there in the saloon area and also for the front cabin. You have another toilet in here. So this toilet has its own separate shower, own separate loo, and its own little window. So again, very, very nicely appointed little room. But if you just get that feeling when you come through here, the space on this boat is really, really fantastic. Come back out here. Galley wise, it's excellent, and one of the big things about it is the size of the fridge. Look at that, you don't often see a fridge that size on a boat like this. Lots and lots of drawer space all the way down here. Cupboards all the way along the top, and then just underneath here you have an electric hob. So 2-burner hob down there, and there's also a microwave down there. The feeling of this boat really does pack an enormous amount into it. I keep saying 42 feet, that size cabin, this size living accommodation, I really do think this will take some beating in terms of the spaciousness and the feeling of the boat. The woodwork is presented beautifully. This is clearly a boat that's been absolutely loved by its owners. And yes, it's great to bring this to market. Let's go back up. Just have another quick sweep around. Bolster seat as always, and you've got the option there. There's an extra seat, extra foot piece that comes down there, goes on the top there. So then you can stand on that, lift the bolster up, and then have a great view out as well. But just to give that last view around of the boat, she really does have a huge amount going for her. So this boat is available. It's going to be at Eastlands Marina, as I mentioned earlier. It's going to be out the water, so any surveys, any inspections would be a pleasure. We can obviously get the boat put back in the water at relatively short notice for any sea trials as well. But this is a cracking boat. I really do recommend considering this boat. It's not necessarily a boat that will be on your radar if you're looking at Valentine 40s, even Tyler 44s like my one. This is not a boat you may have thought of, but a boat that I would say is well worth having a look at. This Chanel Prestige 42S. Thanks as always for watching. If you've got this far and enjoyed the video, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next video very, very soon. Many thanks.